Pact with President William Ruto, popularly known as a handshake, the fourth in his illustrious political career, has raised questions on its survival going by past experiences. Well, save for his handshake with retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, which gave birth to the Azimio coalition, Odinga's previous handshakes with President Daniel Moi and Mwai Kibaki have been rocked with wrangles and an acrimonious exit from the government. Well, Paul Kamau has more.
Former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's fourth handshake with President William Ruto after the two committed themselves to a 10-point MoU once again shone the spotlight on Odinga, who has been christened by some quarters as a king of handshakes, on whether he is ready to stand with Ruto all the way to the ballot in 2027.
Can two grown-up men holding such a high office in the land, leading such a major political formations, one of them being the president, can they sit to have an MoU on abductions? So this is just to buy time, to read the mood, to test the waters before they do what they finally intend to do, which is actually work together in a serious merger or cooperation.
Unlike in the past, when the public mood was solidly behind previous handshakes, Odinga's cooperation pact with Ruto faces a litmus test due to public hostility over Ruto's administration's policies, which have been deemed as unpopular, and divisions within Odinga's ODM party over his political pact with Ruto.
The only other way would be if the pressure from the public becomes unbearable. He could quit because of the public. If he sees every support slipping from his fingers, he could reconsider at some point.
As a sign of what lies ahead, pressure to implement the MoU, which puts the youth central in its agenda after last year's 25th June protests, will not be a walk in the park. Youths within ODM, UDA and Tujibebe wa Kenya parties, calling themselves Youth for Broad-Based Government, are demanding to be involved in the MoU and consult their colleagues countrywide, failure to which they will return to the streets.
Parliament, the streets, and political parties, these are our battlegrounds. We refuse to be shut out. We refuse to be used as campaign fuel, only to be discarded when the elections are over.
Hatugoji kupangwa, tumejipanga, we are YBB, and we are going to make sure that all the youth in this country are in this movement.
A section of Odinga's allies have, however, defended the political pact, saying it will hold, given the two leaders' political dalliance in the past when they served in the Orange Party, saying it's time for Odinga to return the favor and support Ruto in 2027, amid demands from Odinga's Bondo backyard in Siaya.
With this MoU, I'm sure our president candidate in 2027 is William Samoei Ruto.
Odinga's handshake with Ruto faces the litmus test of history. Can he prove history wrong? In 2002, Odinga led his party NDP and a host of leaders to walk out from President Daniel Moi's KANU following the nomination of Uhuru Kenyatta as KANU's presidential candidate. His tenure during the Grand Coalition government with Mwai Kibaki after the 2007 post-election violence was marred by disagreements over power sharing and appointments until Kibaki exited power. His handshake with President Uhuru Kenyatta, which gave birth to the Building Bridges initiative, became a cropper after the Supreme Court declared it unconstitutional. Odinga and Uhuru also losing the 2022 presidential election under the Azimio banner. Apul Kamau, TV 47.